Welcome you absolute legends. I am Former Frizz, I am P, I am back, and today I'm going over a house that usually gets crapped on a little bit too much for my liking, but it has produced some some absolute bangers over the years. We start back way back in the 70s all the way up to the current day. So as always, this is the house of Paco Rabanne. There's 3 honourable mentions and I'm going to crack on into them first. The first one is discontinued. These 3 have been discontinued for a while and they're getting really hard to find. So this first one is 1 million Prive. This thing, it just reminds me instantly of Christmas, that spiciness. It smells amazing. Luckily I've got a fair bit of bottle and I've got 2 more backups of this, so I'll never run out of this one. This is perfect fall and winter fragrance. God only knows why they discontinued it. Probably because they have 2 flankers. But this one, if you can find this for a reasonable price, pick this one up. So my first honourable mention, 1 million Prive. Next one is this one. This is the old version of Black Excess. This one looks amazing. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a clubbing fragrance. It's got that sort of sweetness to it that kind of reminds me a little bit of Le Male. A little bit. It's not like a one-to-one of Le Male, but the sweetness there reminds me of Le Male, if that makes sense. But it's got so much more depth to this. These bottles are virtually impossible to find. They're great. I think they may have been reformulated, I'm not sure. But if you can find Black Excess for a reasonable price, pick that one up as well. Last but not least, and this one is a tragedy. This one. This is Invictus Aqua 2016. This was an absolute hype train that went absolutely ballistic, and then they went, nah, we're selling too much of this. Let's discontinue it and rebrand it. What the hell are you thinking? This stuff is amazing, smells beautiful. It's one of the most nicest aquatics I've ever smelled, and then they got rid of it. Absolute tragedy. So those are my 3 honourable mentions. We're kicking off the top 10 list with the oldest fragrance here. This was brought out in 1973 and I still wear it to this day. I do need a repeat bottle of this. This is Pour Homme, as you can see. Massive old hit of this. And this was the old stuff style. This is before I knew what I was really buying, because this is one of my oldest bottles I've got in my collection. But this has got rosemary, rosewood, which was a little bit of an unusual one, but it was big in the 70s and most perfumeries had it in that time. Honey, lavender, and classically oak moss. Last bloody hours. Smells very nice, very clean, very classy, but no one wears this anymore. So if you want to stand out and wear something that no one else wears, now I will say this, you might want to be over maybe 25 to 30 because that's more of a old school fragrance and you may appreciate it a little bit more than the younger generation. Not saying the younger generation don't, but as we get older our taste change and you get what I'm saying. But my number 10 is Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. Alright, number 9, and we go all the way to 1994. This one is been reformulated. This is the original version of it, which is quite hard to find. So if you can find this, Excess, in this style bottle, you've got a little gem and a half on this one. Again, it's the same sort of style bottle. Atomizer on this was insanely good. But it's got tarragon, lemon, juniper, which gives it a real nice freshness to this. But some sandalwood, cedar, and some vanilla. And this one smells awesome. It really is. Definitely of the 90s. You can tell it's a 90s fragrance. But my God, people smell this and they're going, what are you wearing? Because it's nothing like anything that's out right now. If you can find a bottle of this, and this is the old style bottle, pick it up. I don't care how much it costs. The old style bottles are great. I don't know how good the newer bottles are because I've only got this one. And like I said, I've got 100 ml of this. It's going to take me a long time to get through this, but I don't care. Smells incredible. One of the best fragrances I've got in my collection, and I've got a lot. So to say that, I'm a number 9 spot, and the rest of them I just like a little bit more. The only reason it's at 9 is because it's so bloody hard to find this version. So my number 9, Paco Rabanne Excess. Alright, crack on into number 8 and we move way up into the late 10s And this one again has been discontinued, but it is still available, so this is why it's in the list. It's 1 million Lucky. This is one of the best gourmand fragrances on the market that was ever produced. That is all I'm saying to say to it. It's got that hazelnut, plum, honey, jasmine, orange blossom, and it just, don't know why, but it's got heavy hits with nice fruity florances and a bit of nuttiness, and for some reason it works so well. Again, as you can see, I've had a good old hit into my thing. However, I have another back with this, so I'm not exactly too worried. If I started this was my second bottle, then I'd be holding it back a little bit, but as of right now I've got 2 bottles, I'm not too worried. Again, you can find this at the moment. Don't wait too long before it all completely dries up and you can't find it, because that'll be a tragic waste. But if you can find 1 million Lucky, you will not thank me later if you want. So that's my number 8. Number 7, from the most unique smelling fragrance to a year later to the most unique bottle I have in my entire collection. I kid you not. This one is called Strong Me, and it looks like a Capri Sun. I'm not joking, it looks like a Capri Sun, but it's not. So this one, oh yeah, amber, vanilla and plum liqueur. It's just, oh, vanilla and amber, it just works well. But this smells incredible. It's a little bit spicy as well. I don't know the notes from that one, but this smells amazing. Definitely a fall and winter fragrance that no one will be wearing. Again, you can find this quite easily, and it's like I said, I think it was around about 60 quid. For a unique fragrance that you want to wear in fall and winter and no one will know about, this could be your hidden secret gem for fall winter 2023. So don't snooze on this one. Paco Rabanne, Strong. Coming at number 6, and this came out in 2000. Again, sometimes you can find this, sometimes you can't, but if you can find this, try and find Excess Extreme. This one, oh, it's ultra fresh, but it's got some heavy undertones. So it's got petitgrain, mint, watermelon, rosewood, leather. It smells amazing. Again, try and find this bottle. I don't know if it was reformulated into the new style bottles, but if it's not, do try and find this one. Again, really hidden gem. No one talks about this one anymore. I have seen it still pop up in places like eBay, and they were running about 60 quid. So if you can find a 50ml for 60 quid, that's a bargain. Anything over about 80, maybe a bit too much, but this one is a very unique fragrance, very nice. I think people will really appreciate this one, but I think I'd more likely wear it in the neutral seasons like spring and fall. I probably won't wear this in the summer because it's got some really strong undertones. But again, if you can find this Excess Extreme, my number 6. Big top 5 now, and at number 5, this one was discontinued like no one's business a few years ago, and then all of a sudden stock re-emerged. From 2008, this is Ultra Red, and I love to say there's Ultraviolet, which is also in this line, but I haven't put this on that one in. But this one I really enjoy. It has certain aspects that it reminds you of Ultra Zest from Mugler. This is still available as of right now, and it's running about 35-40 quid for 100ml. That is an absolute steal for this fragrance. It's an amazing fragrance. But it's got praline, blood oranges, patchouli, some vanilla in it, and again, if you want to smell unique and you don't want to break the bank, try this one. It's a very unique gourmand, and you've got to have a bit of a sweet tooth for this one, but this one will make you stand out like no one's business in the crowd, and the bottle does as well. It looks really cool in your collection. So number 5, Ultra. Alright, coming at number 4, and this one came out in 2019, and this one is still about one of the nicer ones as well. This is Excess Night. This one is the newer style bottle, but still the atomizer on this is incredible. So ginseng, cacao, ginger, and the ginger in this makes it pop, like a fizzy cola, almost like a Versace Blue Jeans style fragrance. So if you know Versace Blue Jeans, this is kind of in that vibe of that family. Vanilla, cinnamon and caramel. This is kind of like a freshened up version of Strong With You. That's kind of my it's a hybrid of Strong With You mashed up with Versace Blue Jeans, and that's what this is. That's what I kind of get in my head. That's where I'm going with this. Smells amazing. Again, fall, winter, going out, smelling amazing. Why would you not? Again, it's not too expensive, but I got 100ml for about 60 quid. I don't think it's excessive. No pun intended, but this one's a great one. Go out, buy this one. Paco Rabanne Excess Night. Coming at number 3, now this one is again being discontinued, however, it is still about, so take that with a grain of salt. If you see this video in the future and you can't find it, I'm really sorry, but as of right now, try and find this one. It's Paco Rabanne Invictus 2018. This one is still about, but there's not much of it about. Again, it's kind of got that similarity to the other one, but this is a slightly more freshened up version, whereas the other one was not. Grapefruit, violet, sea notes and amberwood. What a beautiful scent. Definitely spring, summer. Go into the beach, go somewhere like hot. This is going to work like a champion for you. No pun intended, because it looks like a trophy. I do enjoy this one. I have 2 bottles of this because I didn't want it to run out. But again, try and find this one if you can. Don't go for the 2016 version. It's almost impossible to find. But this one is not so hard, and hopefully you can find it. So number 3, Paco Rabanne Invictus Aqua 2018. Alright, coming at number 2, and this came out last year, and it has been growing on me quite a bit. I will be probably wearing this more probably fall and winter, but it's the 1 million ELIXIR. This one, everything's getting ELIXIR now, isn't it? Let's be honest. But it's really sweet, and it does last a hell of a long time on my skin. This is, I think, probably the sweetest out of the 1 million line by quite some way, which I'm surprised at. But this one, Turkish Rose, which is kind of the unusual note in this. Tonka, which obviously is there, vanilla, and cedar and some apple, some bit of freshness there up top. Again, lasts like an absolute beast. I've got a 50ml, I doubt I will get through this. But do try it, don't just blind buy this one. It's unless you've got a very sweet tooth and you know you're gonna like a 1 million line. If you like the 1 million, like the original, you'd probably be alright with this one, but just sample this one first. So that's number 2, 1 million ELIXIR. Alright, which leads me to number 1, and I've gone for the full circle of this year's release, and this one has really impressed me. Now I like it a lot because of the way it's done, but this is one Invictus Victory ELIXIR. God, back-to-back elixirs. Really? You could have done something different? But it's the fact that it's kind of like sweet and sexy but moody and edgy all in the same time, which is what I quite like about this. Olibanum is the note that really sets the spot. It's slightly resinous, might be from this, but it's got some vanilla, some incense and some patchouli. Really enjoy this one. I am going to be wearing this more and more in the fall and winter. Don't wear it in the summer, please don't do that. But if fall and winter and you want to go out and you want to smell really a little bit different to everyone else, this one should be up your street. And just again, try it before you buy it, because if you're not 100% sure, like I say, be careful with this one. Could be a bit divisive, and this one does last a long time. So my number 1, Invictus Victory ELIXIR. Top 10 from Paco Rabanne. There is so many more. There's lots of from Invictus, there's loads more from 1 million line. I could have done a top 15 or 20, but I thought keep it to 10. As always, let me know in the comments what your favourite one is from Paco Rabanne. I'd love to hear from you. As always, my scent of the day, and I went with the clone today, and I went from Honourable Rouge. This is a clone of Baccarat Rouge 540 from La Tafa, and it does smell very close to it actually. Very nice fragrance, but again, for under 15 quid, can't go wrong. So again, that's my scent of the day. As always, let me know what your scent of the day is, and if you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review or a question, please hit me up in the comments. I will happily do any video you like. Doesn't matter, as long as it's fragrance related, I'm cool with it. As always, I'm on Instagram more often than not at the moment, doing posting up there as well. And as always, I've still got a croaky voice, excuse me. And as always, you absolute legends, smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.